Hello, good morning. So, my dear friends, today I am going to start methods of solving quadratic equations. In the previous lecture, I had started quadratic equation in which I had told you about polynomial, quadratic polynomial and quadratic equation. Now, how to solve the quadratic equation, that we will discuss today. Solving the quadratic equation means finding the value of variable which satisfies the equation. So there are various methods of solving quadratic equation. These methods are: first method is factorization method, second one is completing square method, and third one is formula method. So first we will take up this factorization method. So what is the meaning of factorization? So this particular word you must have heard many times in case of numbers. So for example, if I say factorize 6, get the prime factors of the number 6. So you will say it is 2 into 3. Where 2 and 3 are the factors of this number 6. Similarly, suppose for 15, if I say, tell me what are the prime factors of this number 15. So you will say 3 into 5. What is the meaning of prime factor over here? That these numbers are the prime numbers. And about prime numbers you are familiar with. So these are the prime factors. Means any number written in such a way that a product of these numbers are found, then that will be equal to the given number, right? In the same way, here quadratic equation is given, then we will find the factors so that the product of that will be equal to 0, right? That is the basic concept behind the factorization method. So now we will proceed. We will start from the general form of quadratic equation. So in the previous lecture we studied about the general form of quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c, that is equal to 0. This is the general form of quadratic equation. What is quadratic equation? The highest power on the variable. X is the variable over here. The power on this variable is 1. Power on this variable is 2. On this x, power is 1. On this x, power is 2. So what is the highest power? It is 2. That is why it is quadratic equation. So if this quadratic part, that is expression, is factorized in such a way that two linear factors we are getting. Linear factors means where the power of the variable is 1. So suppose if this is converted in some way or other in this form, that is px plus q into rx plus s, that is equal to 0. If this part, this expression, quadratic expression is converted into two factors, one is this, one is this. So there is multiplication in between these two. If product of these two expressions is equal to 0, then either this is 0, px plus q is equal to 0, or rx plus s is equal to 0. Because two factors are there, and product of two factors, suppose product of two numbers is 0. So at least one number must be 0, then only product will be 0, otherwise no. See, if I say 5 into 0, then it will become 0. Suppose 0 into 7, again 0. If the product of two numbers is equal to 0, then one has to be 0. Suppose we are taking none of these two numbers is 0, then suppose 2 into 3. Can the product of such numbers, none of these two is 0, product will be 0? No. So at least a product of two numbers is 0, then at least one of these two has to be 0. Likewise, here product of two factors is 0, means at least one, this or this, has to be 0. If this is 0, then this implies px is equal to minus q, therefore x is equal to minus q by p, right? Or if this is 0, then rx is equal to minus s, therefore x is equal to minus s by r. Means if this quadratic equation is solved in such a way that we are getting two factors, and these are called the linear factors. Why is it called linear factor? Because the power on the variable is 1. In the first lecture I had told you. So there will be two values of x, either this is equal to 0 or this is equal to, this is the basic concept behind the solution of any quadratic equation by factorization method. So this will be understood well if we are taking some examples. So we will proceed with the examples. Now I will take one example with which factorization method will be clear to all of you. Suppose this is the equation, x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. We have to find the solution of this equation, means we have to find the values of x. So there is standard method. That method should be understood to you very well. So here what we are observing, that this is the square part, means where our power is 2, and this is the constant term. These two terms are there, x square and this term. This term I will be taking with the sign. So this term is what? Plus 6. Listen it carefully. This term is plus 6. Any term we are talking about, that will be taken along with the sign. This term is minus 5x. This term is x square, means 1x square. Right? So in this we are having three terms. One is x square, second one is minus 5x, third one is plus 6. Every term will be taken along with its sign. Sign is this, minus and plus. So what is sign of this x square? There is nothing in front of it, it means sign is plus. Now the procedure is, we will multiply this term with this term. If we multiply these two terms, what will we get? 6 into x square, that is 6x square, that we got. Now we will factorize this 6x square in such a way that sum will be minus 5x and product will be 6x square. Listen once again. First we will multiply with this constant term with the term that is having power 2, right? So along with the sign, plus sign is there, plus sign we have multiplied. First we will find the product of these two, that is 6x square. Then we will factorize this in such a way that sum will be the middle term. Sum will be the middle term. We are telling this in different term also. We are splitting the middle term such that product will be equal to this and sum will be equal to minus 5x. So you will have to think how to factorize. Factorization lies with 6 now. To factorize 6 in such a way that sum will be 5. Of course it is minus 5. So one thing you should remember, if the product is positive, if the product of two numbers is positive, then both the numbers either positive or negative. So in short, I will write something over here, sign of product of two numbers. Suppose one number is negative another number is also negative, then the product is positive. Very important. One number is negative, another number is negative, then product will be positive. One number is positive, another number is positive, then product will be positive. Third case, if one number is negative, another number is positive, then product will be negative. This is a very important thing. Minus, we say like this, minus minus plus, plus plus plus, minus plus minus. Either of these two, even plus into minus, again it will be minus. So this concept will have to be used. Now, product is positive, but sum is negative. Means sum of two numbers is negative only if both the numbers are negative, or bigger number is negative and a smaller number is positive. Then also the sum will be negative. See, suppose we write minus 3 plus minus 2. Minus 3 plus minus 2. Sum of two negative numbers. You will get how much? Minus 6. That is negative. Or second case, minus 7 plus 2 plus 2. The bigger number is negative. So again the sum will be negative, that is minus 5. But see, here the product of these two numbers will be positive according to this. But here the product of these two numbers will be negative according to this. It's very important now. Product has to be 6. Means product has to be positive and sum should be negative. In that case, this should be the condition. Both the factors of 6 has to be negative. Then only product will be positive and sum will be negative. Clear? So if this number is factorized into factors, so it will be, one is 3x and 2x. 3x and 2x, product will be 6x square. But what about sum? Sum is 3x plus 2x is 5x. And we want minus 5x. Very important. Product has to be positive, but sum should be negative. It is 3x and it is 2x. If you are taking both positive, then sum will be positive. Isn't it? But we want negative. So in that case, both if I am taking negative, then you see what is happening. Minus 3x, minus 2x. If you add these two, then according to this, it will be minus 5x. The middle term we are getting. What about the product? Negative, negative. It will become positive. Then we will get 3 to the 6, x into x square. So I think concept of finding the factors of this number is clear. So accordingly, I will write over here. So this can further be written as x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6, that is equal to 0. Clear? It is called the splitting the middle term. Minus 5x is written in terms of minus 3x minus 2x. Then why did I write this? That also is required to be understood. We want to make this expression into two factors. Factors means linear factors like this. This is the fundamental. You must remember this. Now we will proceed further. Then we will take these two terms together. And whatever is common, we will take common factor from these two terms. So out of these two, what is common? You see it is x square and minus 3x. Means x is common in both the terms. So we will write, therefore, if you are taking x common, what will be left over here? That is x because x square, if you divide it by x, you will get x, and minus sign will remain as it is. 3x, you are taking 1x common, so 3 will be left. Minus from these two, 2 is common because 3 2 is 6, right? 2 is taken common, then what is left over here? X. What about this sign? Should we write plus? No. Since it is negative and we are keeping the things in the bracket, then sign gets changed. Means it will be minus 3 over here is equal to 0. Why 3? 6 is divided by this 2. So this kind of expression we got after this. And this is a product of two numbers. One is x, another is x minus 3. Minus 2 and another is x minus 3. From these two, x minus 3 can be taken out because in both the terms x minus 3 is present. So we can write therefore x minus 3 we are taking common. So what is left over here? That is x, and what is left over here is 2. Now you see this is in this form. Px plus q rx plus s. Px plus q rx. Here p may be positive or negative, q may be positive or negative, r may be positive or negative, s may be positive or negative. Irrespective of the sign, I have written these 4 constants. So product of these two factors is equal to 0. Therefore, either x minus 3 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. Clear? According to this. If this is 0, then this implies x is equal to 3. Means 3 is transferred on right hand side, so x is equal to 3. Or if this is 0, and this implies x is equal to 2. So it means 3 and 2, these are the two values of x. If these values are put in this equation, the equation will be satisfied. Therefore, answer x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 3. So this is the solution of this quadratic equation. I have taken considerable time to explain this question because once the concept is clear and you have understood it well, then solving problem will become very easy for you. So I will go for the next problem. So I think concept of factorization is clear to everybody. Is it right? Am I right? Okay. So I will proceed further. Now we will take another question. 3x square minus 7x minus 6 is equal to 0. This is another quadratic equation. We have to solve this. So as per the procedure, what I told you, we will proceed. We will take these two terms, this one and this one with sign. Sign of this is plus, sign of this constant term is minus. So minus 6 will be multiplied with 3. We will get minus 18. That is minus 18x square. Minus 6 multiplied by 3, that is minus 18, and this x square will remain as it is. X square we are keeping, simply splitting will be x and x in both the terms. The role of x square is very little in this. Only factorization, this constant term, coefficient is very important. So here minus 18 square is to be factorized in two factors such that product will be minus 18 and sum will be minus 7. This is middle term and this is called splitting of middle term. Right? We will make minus 7x in two parts. How? The factors of minus 18. The sum will be minus 7 and product will be minus 18. So you just try to understand. Product is negative. Product of two terms comes to be negative only if one is negative, another is positive. Means one thing is sure, that the factors of this, one will have minus sign, another will have plus sign. Then only product will be negative. So one thing is sure. So in these two terms, sum should be negative. Means one factor is negative, another factor is positive, sum is negative. So according to this, bigger factors should be negative. So in factorization of minus 18, we will have two numbers where bigger number will be negative, a smaller number will be positive, so that rest of the things we will see later. So if 18 is factorized, so procedure is like this: 18, we have to factor 2 9s are, then 3 3s are. The factors are 2 3 3. In these three factors, we will take only two factors, such that sum will be this and product will be this. Means this 18 is 2 into 3 into 3. If you are making two factors, like factors possible is 2 into 9, 6 into 3. If you are taking 6 and 3, two numbers, so product has to be negative. So minus 6 and plus 3 we have to take. Then product will be minus 18. Am I right? Suppose we are taking two factors, 6 and 3. So minus 6, one number, and minus plus 3, another number, we will get minus 18. Product we are getting minus 18. What about sum of these two? If you are adding these two, it will be minus 3. And we want minus 7. Right? So this factor is not correct. Another possible factor, that is this and this, which we are taking minus 9 into 2. We will get minus 18 again. Minus 9, one is negative, another is positive, because product has to be negative. So one is negative, another is positive. If we are taking product of these two, we are getting minus 18. But what about sum? Minus 9 plus 2, that is minus 7. It means we can take this factor of minus 18. So this can be written as factors are, that is minus 9x, as I said, 2x will be there, one with this, another with this. So these are the two factors. So this can be written as, therefore it is equal to 3x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 6, that is equal to 0. Am I right? First we got the factors, and then sum is the middle term, and product is this one, and this we have got. Now we will again, as I had done in the previous case, two terms will be taken together, and whatever is common we will take. So 3x square minus 9x. In 9, 3 is also there, so 3 is common. In x square, x is also there, so x is common. So 3x can be taken as common. So what will be left over here? Only x, because 3 will come out. Out of x square, 1x will come out. Only 1x will be left. Minus. From 9, 3 into 3, 1 3 I have taken, 1 3 is left. Only 1x is there, that I have taken out, so nothing is there. Plus, here 2 is common, x is left, and this is 3 is there. So out of these two factors, 3 factors are 3x and x minus 3. Here 2 into x minus 3. X minus 3 can be taken common from these two. Therefore, x minus 3 we will take common. So what is left over here? That is 3x plus 2, that is equal to 0. So means, as per the standard quadratic equation, we have got two factors. So either this is 0 or this is 0. Therefore, x minus 3 is equal to 0, or 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. From this implies x is equal to 3, or this implies 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, 3x is equal to minus 2. Therefore, x is equal to minus 2 by 3. So, two values of x we got. Therefore, answer will be x is equal to 3 or x is equal to minus 2 by 3. This is the solution of this quadratic equation. I think with these examples, how to solve the quadratic equation by the method of factorization is absolutely clear to all of you. Then we will take the questions of the exercise of NCERT